What's up, you guys? Nick here, and it is time for another Ask Nick. This is a good one. I've been saving this one. Hey Nick, with the World Indoor Championships going on this week, it got me wondering, do you like indoor or outdoor track better? What a great question, and I got this last week while the World Indoor Championships were taking place in Belgrade, Serbia. And I wanted to make this video, but as you could probably tell by the title, I don't like indoor track. And I didn't want to rain on the parade because there were some incredible performances by some incredible athletes. But if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I don't like indoor track. I don't understand why it exists. Here are 6 reasons why I do not like indoor track, and 1 reason why I actually do really like it. Reason number 1 why I don't like indoor track, it's just slower, you guys. If I was a high jumper or a pole vaulter, I'd be like, yeah, I can perform better indoors. But as a runner, the indoor tracks, they're shorter, the banks are tighter, the surface isn't as good, they're just not as fast. And we all like to run fast. Wouldn't you rather be on a faster surface? That's why outdoors is better than indoors. It's faster. Reason number 2, kind of along the same lines, the straightaways are shorter. It's harder to make moves indoors because you have less time. You're not gonna make big moves on the curves. You're gonna make the moves on the straights, and those straightaways are so much shorter. In some cases, you know, depending on how the track's designed, they're only like 40 yards long, 40 meters long. As a guy who was a sit and kicker who had to go from dead last to first, you know, it's hard to get around bodies indoors. I did not like that. I like a big outdoor track where I can swing out to lane 2, make huge moves on those long straightaways. Trying to get around bodies indoors was always a challenge for me. Again, I like the outdoor track better than the indoor track. Reason number 3, and this may be the most important reason of all, it interrupts your training. If you're a distance runner and you're running cross country, you're grinding all fall, and you know that you've got spring track coming just around the corner, trying to cram a 3rd season in between those 2 is really hard to do. In fact, it's so hard that I never even touched an indoor track until I became a pro runner. That is truth, you guys. I never ran indoors in high school. I never ran indoors in college. What I loved to do was to run my cross country season, take a week or 2 off, and then build a huge base for track. When you're getting ready for cross country, you spend all summer uninterrupted building that base, and then you go crush it on the cross country course. Why wouldn't you do the same for track? You should be spending December, January, February, building a massive base and coming off that base into your track season, having a huge periodization so that you are absolutely crushing it at the state or NCAA or whatever level is your championship event at the end of the spring season. That's what you want to do, right? You know, even as a pro, I would spend all winter training building that base. I might go run, you know, a race or 2 just to break up the training, but really what I was doing is I was base building. And I see all these schools asking their students to run a full cross season, a full indoor season, a full outdoor season. When are you gonna train? Ugh, I digress. Reason number 4, also very important. Again, nothing against the awesome athletes out there that are doing incredible things indoors, but I'm sorry, no one cares. When people used to introduce me as a pro runner, they'd say, here's Nick Simmons, 6-time US champion. That's true. I won 6 US outdoor titles. What they neglect is that I also won 2 or 3 indoor titles. Like I don't even keep track because nobody cared about them. People just don't care about indoors. You probably couldn't tell me, you know, who won World Indoors in whatever the last year was, 2019. It only takes place every 2 years because again, nobody cares about it. I'm sorry. I like indoors. I enjoy watching it. I just, my heart goes out to everybody running it because nobody's watching. Indoor races are disappearing left and right. It seems to be a dying sport, sorry to say. And maybe the reason that it's dying, that kind of leads me to reason number 5, is that it always takes place in the coldest places. Like the reason we created indoor tracks is so that people could run track in the winter. Well, that made a lot of sense before we had this world where we could like jump on a plane and be anywhere we wanted to in like 2 hours. So, you know, in the Northeast where indoor track is still huge, like wouldn't you rather just get on a plane and fly down to Florida and run an outdoor meet? I mean, that's what we do on the West Coast here. We have a little bit of indoors, but for the most part, if we want to race, we just go down to California or we go to Texas. Like in the 21st century world where we can just be on a plane and go run in warm weather, I would just rather do that personally. So I never liked going to Boston to race indoors because I know I was gonna freeze my butt off. I'd have to go out for my 3-mile warm up and run through snowdrifts, and I just didn't enjoy that. And that actually leads me to reason 6 why I don't like indoors is I personally always got sick running indoors. Again, the time of year, traveling during flu season, running through the outdoor, through the cold snowdrifts. And then there's just the dry hack. We're all familiar with the dry hack that your lungs get after running indoors. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't like getting sick, and I always knew if I ran an indoor season, I was gonna get sick. And for that reason, I wish I'd had the product that my wife and I just created. It's called Immune Boost Daily. It looks like this, and what it is essentially, Immune Boost Daily, it's electrolytes, it's multivitamin, it's an immunity boost, it's all rolled into one. You just take one scoop each morning. My wife and I have been using it. I made this for me and my wife. We have been taking it for over a year. I really believe that this can help you, so much so that I actually just spent an absurd amount of money rebranding, repackaging, redoing the website. This is a world first, you guys. This is the new packaging. This is what it started like. This is the new packaging. It's the exact same product. This will be sold at Immune Boost Daily starting April 1st, but we're redoing the website, so the website doesn't really work right now. So if you wanna get it, you can actually get hand autographed bottles at nicksimmons.com. Oh, you don't want this product? That's all right, we got a lot of other stuff at nicksimmons.com, like autographed batons. So check it out. Without further delay, I should mention one thing that I absolutely love about indoor track, and that is I am always for athletes getting more opportunities to compete, more opportunities to stay fit, more opportunities to make money. If you're a pro runner, you know what I'm talking about. We used to make a lot of money indoors. I am always going to be on the side of more competitions and more opportunities. And so if you're a meet director out there putting on an indoor track meet, maybe you invited me back in the day, I wanna thank you, because I do think that there is a place for indoors. And I think that there are so many athletes that enjoy indoors. And what my content's always about, I call it fun with fitness. If you like running indoors, hell yeah. I personally, I don't love it, so I run outdoors, but whatever is your cup of tea, that is awesome. It doesn't have to be everybody's cup of tea, but find what you love, train hard, and kick ass. I'm so proud of you guys out there who had a great indoor season. Looking forward to the outdoor season. You know you'll catch me here in Eugene, Oregon, all spring, all summer at Hayward Field watching track. I hope you'll join me. I'll see you guys next week.